I want to stop giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all the Akyam across the earth who doing this work in sincerity and in truth, and Shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home watching the videos and do the best to please Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. So yeah, man, this video I want to go into basically the MOTB, because if you look at this picture, there's a picture of a so-called smart lock, and this is, of course, this is gonna be mandatory. Now it's with the phone, the place that I'm currently working. These devils, they got a smart lock, so this morning, the people, they are not home, so the dude gave me he sent me a link to SMS, and let's say if I leave the house, I need to go to the city or whatever, get some stuff. I close the door and I just go on the link, and there I can open the door with, So yeah, man. So, and it's funny, because all these people, a lot of these people, they are basically not aware about the things that ESO is doing. If I look at myself personally, I'm always checking like if they got some new inventions and stuff going on. I'm like, okay, it's cool. So you are able to do this and that, with it. So-called smart things, but what are they able to do? For example, you had that movie Upgrade. In the movie Upgrade, they show you at a certain point, the dude, he was driving a car, and at a certain point the car started to drive himself, basically took over. And that movie Upgrade is a movie from years ago. I don't remember exactly what year that movie came out, but maybe it could be like, was it? I think at least 6 years or something. So, and if they put things in movies, you already know that they got the technology already there, And right now, like nowadays, you got these robo taxis, they've been driving around in America, Teslas with that can drive by themselves and all that, And it's all people find that beautiful, be like, oh, beautiful technology, this and that. But it's bogusness, And they've been remote controlling cars, because I remember like, the program on Discovery Channel back in the days, something with science. They used to test all kind of things, and I remember like they were like testing certain crashes. Mythbusters, that was the program, Mythbusters. They check things in movies and then they try to replay it, and look if it's possible that things that happen in a movie that it can happen in real life, So I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something with a car involved, and they had like a remote control, and they were able to control a normal car. And this is something from years ago, just like when I was on mid school or something, like around 17, 18 years old or something, So yeah, or maybe even younger, I don't remember exactly, but I remember that they were already, and this is for just for a program, so they were already able to remote control cars, and also back in the days you had this program. It was a program from America, but they sent it out in Holland, and it was about car thieves that they had like a bait car, and people try to steal it, maybe with a laptop in it or expensive telephone, basically on the dashboard that people could see it, and you see people going into the car, maybe also with a lot of times with the keys in it, and then people start the car, and as soon as they start driving and close the door, then they lock the door, and then they, by remote control, they turn off the car, and they busted those people, those car thieves, And this is something that they were doing during elementary. I was on elementary school, so the technology was already there, So they were able to do such things. And let me see. Yeah, so they just turn off the engine and lock the car, and the people were not able to get out of the car, and that was the regular police was doing that. So that should already show us something. And that's also why it's important if you wake up and you still understand this knowledge, you still got the names of Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai in your head. You should be thankful, because people waking up and start bugging out, Big Babalu and all that shit. So yeah. So yeah, concerning this, so these people have a smart lock, and this dude, I had a conversation with him yesterday when I had a lunch break, and he told me that yeah, that he really liked technology and this and that. So he got the lights in his house all through an app, by his phone. He can turn the lights on and off, stuff like that. And yeah, and you gotta also keep in mind that people that are down with these things, they are very easy to probably also gonna take the C-hip. Those gonna be the first the same people. Also concerning doing the C19, which was a big test run for them to see who's gonna take it. When they're gonna make the C-hip mandatory, because you gotta realize that that thing is already here. Only thing is it's not mandatory. And I remember of seeing clips. I remember a clip, I think a female from Australia, I believe. She also took some digital thing. Yeah, took the C-hip in the hand, and basically everything was digital, but she was talking about it on the internet, and she was not allowed to do that. So they basically froze her bank account, and she was not able to enter into a house, because those are the things that people got to realize. If they be like, okay, you're not done with the program, we're going to do this and that, they just keep you out of your own house, and you might break a window or whatever to go inside your house, but they they will notice it, and come to track you. And especially if you got the C-hip, it's easy to track you down. You can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. But people don't realize it. They be like, yeah, technology is beautiful. And if you go back to the meaning of the word smart really goes back to her. And that's exactly what it does. And all these smart devices make people stupid. It's funny. So yeah, I was looking at that and I'm like, okay, you got a smart lock and this, that, you got the Ring doorbell, all this shit. But yeah, and it been known even with those like the baby phones with the camera on. It's easy for people to hack, also with your house. Nowadays in Holland they do it a lot with the BMWs, with the cars. You have to know that you don't need a key. If key is keyless, opening the door and stuff and start the car. If you have the key in your pocket, you're near the car, then the doors will open automatically, and you can start. These modern cars, they got a start button, start and stop button to start the engine. So they have the key, or they only need to have the key in the pocket. But those things are easily to hack. They just check the frequency, and they are able to stake your car. And a lot of cars are being stolen like that. And this is already what criminals are doing. So what, like I said, so what about the government? For example, also you had that movie, Leave the World Behind, that also showed you that, with all the Teslas that were jumping, bumping against each other, just started to driving by themselves. And those are things people don't are not realizing. That those things are very easy to happen, basically. So yeah, man. So yeah, and like I said, during the C19 they had a big test run, about those people who were running towards the government. Those you can count on it that the majority of those people, because a lot of those people who run to the government for the devil juice, they regret it. But a lot of them, they would still do it. So those are also the same ones that would go if they be like, they already promoting it. I remember like years ago they had this beach club in Holland, and if people, any person who had the C-hip, he would receive like a year of free drinks. So stuff like that, people being lured in, and they also, they make it like, yeah, you don't have to walk with your ID, with your bank card is not necessary. Your medical information, everything is on there. So people be like, yeah, that's easy. But you're also gonna be easily erased. And which also reminds me, I was watching you got this series, on Netflix, Black Mirror, and this is they all got single episodes, and they show you things. Yeah, basically a lot of things are reality, things that they are, most likely gonna do, and things also that current nowadays, and yeah, sometimes there's also some bullshit between that. But I was watching one episode, and then they had soldiers with a brain CHIP, and they were hunting on people, basically on people that were against the government, but that CHIP made them look see the persons like zombies or animals and stuff like that, and one of those people, he created a device that could I said it made an error in the CHIP, that these soldiers had in the brains, and with one soldier it worked, and then he saw the woman for what she was, he saw that she wasn't an animal, basically like a zombie, some kind, and they were talking about, yeah, those are the people that carry the disease and we need to get rid of them, but that's actually how the government is busy, they are looking like, for example, people that go to protests and all that, they've been put on the list, especially if they get arrested, and it'd be like, okay, you're not down with the program, they also check, where you go on internet. If you look all kinds of stuff, basically the truth and all that, you're already on the list, so they know, eventually they're gonna come for us. The scriptures talk about, that you're gonna be like, like pilgrims, wandering the earth, leave everything behind, Those are things that you gotta keep in mind. So yeah, man, let me read a couple of scriptures. So, yeah, this thing is real, unlike that Nate of Israel United and Caesar is talking about, still try to deny it, the CHIP is already there, the only thing is not made mandatory yet, but these things can come like I said it overnight, they can just decide it to make it mandatory, Look what they did during the C-19, lockdowns and everything, they overnight they made decisions, and the next day from starting from this and this, lockdown is this, from you are not allowed to be on the streets. I said it before 6 o'clock in the morning and after 9 o'clock in the evening. That's what they did here in Holland, and the only people that were allowed to be to be on the streets after those hours during the lockdown were the people if they're working for emergencies, like ambulance, hospital personnel, police, firemen, stuff like that. Or you had a permission, like certain companies, they were allowed to work in the night, and then they would give the people a pass, basically, So yeah, man, let me go to some scriptures. So this is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he caused Saul, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. You see that? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So talking about if you don't have that thing, the CHIP, you are not able to buy, to sell, like that example that I gave from the female. She went on the internet, talked certain things, and then they just blocked her, because everything is out there. Your key for your car, your key for your house, your bank card, and all that shit, So she was not able to get in the house. She was not able to get any money, and she couldn't hide because she had the CHIP in her, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding, and that's not the majority of the people, because the majority of people, they got no clue about what's going on. Count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man, and his number is 666, and a score is 20, so 3 times 20 is 60. So there you have it. It's 666, you know. And if I go to the book of Revelations, chapter 14, let me see. It's one of the last verses, if I'm correct. Let me see. What's that? There was another scripture also. Bear with me one moment. Oh yeah, verse 9, yeah. You know, because it sits in verse 13, it says right hand or forehand, you know, but it doesn't matter, or forehead, it doesn't matter which hand you're going to put it. You can even put it in your ass, you know, but that it already shows you making a covenant with the government, you know, with the beast system, you know. So yeah, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 9. Of Slakia chapter 14 and verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, so it doesn't matter right or left, you know, people try to be smart and all that shit, you know, no, if you take it, you already make an alliance with the government, you know, with this beast system, so the Most High is going to destroy you, you know. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and indignation is righteous anger, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, so in the presence of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is going to come back and he gonna do the vengeance for the Heavenly Father Yahweh, you know. So yeah, man, I'm gonna leave the video like that. So yeah, so basically that, man. So the thing, you know, people getting learned in, basically getting learned in to be like, oh, how convenient and all that, you know. Meanwhile, they're being prepared to you know, for the time when the CIP's gonna be made mandatory, you know. So yeah. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all the Akyam across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.